Good morning, everybody. It's Heidi with the Weathered Fence Post. I thought I would do a quick haul video of the items that we picked up while we were out shopping at the flea market this past Sunday. We don't have a whole lot to show you, so I hope we can get through it pretty quickly, so it'll be a short video, hopefully. Miss Madison has decided to join us. She's going to snoopervise today. If you're new to our channel, my husband Steve and I are resellers in the Raleigh, Garner, North Carolina area. We have two booths, one at Antiques at Gresham Lake in North Raleigh and one at Collected Treasures in Garner. And what we love to do on this channel is to take you out hunting for treasures, so you're going to see all kinds of hunting videos. That's our favorite thing to do. And then we like to review the items that we found while we were out hunting so that you can maybe get a closer look at them. So let's get into it. Let's see what I found, or what we found, because Steve joined me, what we found on a very hot and humid day at the flea market in Raleigh, North Carolina. One of the items that we found, believe it or not, was this album. It's a double album. It's called the Chicago Transit Authority album. And I did start to look into this, and I believe this was one of their Chicago's first albums that came out. So this actually is selling pretty high on eBay. We, of course, as I always say, will not be putting a humongous price on it. We didn't pay a whole lot for it, so we will be passing this on at a great value. But we're going to add this to our booth at Antiques at Gresham Lake. That's usually where we have our albums. And I'm sure somebody's going to just love finding this piece. We did pick up a whole bunch of books. I say I because I'm the one that's usually doing most of the hunting. Steve's there for support, helping me with the wagon. He actually goes hunting for albums himself for his own collection. But I really am probably the person that's doing a lot of the hunting, though he did find probably one of the best things that day. Now, some of these books are antique. I'm not going to open each one of them. You know, like this one's from 1950. It's the Bobbsey twins. I loved them. The guy was doing a pretty good price. I think it was like $1 a book. I thought they were all pretty cool books. They had interesting spines. You know, they were weathered. They have that spine, you know, that they're made out of that material I like. You know, like a hardcover. National Velvet, that's a nice one. So I picked up a whole bunch of different books. Let's see, what's this one called? Paintings. Oh, yeah. This is Paintings, An Introduction to Art. I think this was one of the older ones. I thought this one was pretty cool. You know, because we love to have artists. Yeah, 1935. Not an antique yet, but it's on its way. These do sell. This one's from, I think this was from 1960 or 1965. These do sell, so we do keep those in the booth whenever we come across them. The Valley of Unwanted Men. I thought that was a cool Western-looking type book. Linda Craig and the Palomino Mystery. Gosh, all those mystery books. You remember when they had all those? Now this, not this one, the next one I think is pretty cool. The Razor's Edge. This is from 1945. Someone wanted $20 for that book at one time, so I'll have to look into that. The Razor's Edge. This I thought was awesome. E.T. E.T. book. I thought this was so cool. I didn't even know that E.T. was a book. I mean, I know a lot of movies are based off from a novel. I had no idea that E.T. was actually a book. So this was from 1982. I really thought this was very cool. This is probably one of my favorite books to find that day. I can't say, I know I'm going to butcher this, but Tchaikovsky. Very classic books. And I think Madison's been rubbing up against this book. I'm seeing some cat hair. She's been loving on that one. Okay. Let's see. She's giving it her snoopervisor approval. This one's from 1954. I like the look of it. It's got like a rocket ship. See that? Like a spaceship. It's so cool. I love the color of it. What one's this called? I can't even read it. We'll check that out another time. Outline of History by H.G. Wells. So just several books. I like this style of book. They do very well. We price them between $3 to $5 a book in the booth. We don't make a whole lot of money off from them, but they serve as risers in the book. They have great interest, and they just keep people, you know, some people come in, they want to be able to walk out of your booth with something, so it's nice to be able to offer something at a price point that they can get a good treasure and go home with it. Walking from, like, I would say what we call like the antique dealer section over towards what we call the yard sale section, and we were going through it's like a wooded area and it's a little shaded, so we were trying to get a little shade. But there was this table and these skates were on it and they just said free. Now, they're not in the best of condition. They are weathered goodness right there. And I probably will, when I put a tag on these, will say, you know, as is, used for decor purposes, you know, not tested for safety or something like that, because I'm not going to test these. But you can see that these were actually in a skate rink. They're numbered. This is the size and this is the pair that is numbered. So I thought these were really cool. And the best thing about them is they were free, so we don't have to charge a whole lot of money for them. Here's the other set. I'm going to put a different type of lace on this one instead of this weird cording that's on there. But that's a pretty cool little thing. Somebody might want to decorate with these in some way. You never know who's walking into your booth. It could be somebody who's opening up a store or a restaurant or something, and they want to have cool things like this sitting around as decor pieces for pieces of interest in their restaurant. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how they do. We spent about $118 that day, and I figure we're not going to make a lot on everything because some of the things I did pay up for is not like the barn sale that Joanne and I just went to, which I would like to try to show you the things I got there. We'll see how it goes if I have time before I push some of that stuff into the booths, but I got a bunch of great stuff there. And what I'm talking about there is Joanne with Bat Thrift Crazy. If you don't know her, go over and check out our channel. We recently went to a barn sale, and man, you should see what she found there. She found some great stuff. She really did. She did a lot better than I did at that sale, but oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you, Joanne. You found some good stuff. Way to dig, girl. Okay, these are some smaller items. I just thought this was kind of cool. A little brush, like maybe a garment brush or shoe brush, but I wasn't sure if this was made out of Bakelite. It could be, or it could just be a newer piece. I don't know. I've got to take a closer look. I thought it had a nice look. Inexpensive, so I picked it up. Little Gloria Vanderbilt change purse or cosmetic purse. Probably cosmetic. Oh, it could be a change purse, but it does say that it's made in the USA. I think that's what attracted me to it. No, I'm sorry. It says it's made in Taiwan. I'm sorry. Right there is the tag on it. Made in Taiwan. So, just a little it actually is in nice condition. It doesn't really have any stains, so just thought that was cute. Found a couple more books I forgot to show you. These are really cool. I thought these were very cool. I think, if I remember correctly, were they from 1990? Not real old. Oh, I'm sorry, 1970. They are older. Cool. Love the look of these. I gotta look these up what the value is on these. If I remember correctly, I think it's pretty good. So these have, you know, it's Sears and Roebuck. It's got all the advertisements in it, and it's a little book. I think these are really neat. Thought those were a good pickup. Old Jed Prouty? I probably should know that. It's probably a classic or something. Let's see what the year is on this one. Old Jed Prouty. This is an antique. 1901 is that book. Some brass candlesticks. Never go wrong with those. I've said it a million times. Brass sells. It is still hot. It still sells. People are still looking for it. It's just very classic. It will stand the test of time and always be used probably in decor. I thought this carved wooden Uncle Sam, I would say it's Uncle Sam, was pretty cool, or maybe even a political figure. I remember a long time ago we went to the Winston-Salem bins. I was thinking about this the other day, and I think I have, you know, the donkey and the elephant. Very old stuffed animals. Maybe the elephant was missing its eyes or something, but I'm going to dig those out, and maybe with this, and do just a little vignette as we get nearer to the election. Hey, politics doesn't have to be bad or scary. It is part of our American way to have politics and to have elections, and it can be civil. It doesn't have to be a discord. So I might put a little display in leading up to the election. All right, baskets. I can't wait till they're over, though. I am ready for them to be over. I get tired of all the mean advertising. I don't like it. So found some Longaberger baskets. Let's see, these are from 2002. and 1995. These I think are probably already spoken for. I have somebody who's already seen them in one of my videos that I posted on our Facebook page, our business page, and someone already reached out to me. So I have a feeling these are probably going to be already sold. You know me, I love spiritual or religious items. I thought this guy, he looked like a monk to me. I thought he was really interesting. And I wondered, I do see a marking on there. I think this might be the Italian. This maybe is supposed to go with a nativity scene. I don't know. This might be a shepherd. I don't know. But it does have the marking on there. I'm not sure that's going to really... It's hard to read. I'm trying to think of the name. I think it begins with an S. I think it says S. Francisco de Pablo. I'm trying to think of the name of the Italian figurines that are for the nativity scene. I'll think of it. If I think of it, I'll put it up here. Trying to recall stuff sometimes. Very irritating. Okay, we've got a Corningware piece. This pattern we put in our booth all the time. Usually finds a home pretty quickly. The lid looks a little, I don't know if that's going to come off. We'll see. I haven't even tried yet. We'll see. We'll see how it does. I'll do the best that I can, but great piece. Okay, I saw this set of apothecary jars. There were 4 of them from the distance, and they were humongous. Look at the size of these, and I just love the lids on them. These lids are so cool. Now the jar isn't real, it isn't like paper thin. There's some apothecary jars out there that are like paper thin, so you know they're a newer piece, but it's not like real thick. It's kind of in between. So I'm not sure the age of these. In good condition. Now the 4th one I noticed after I had purchased them, and then she did give me a refund and took it back, but there was a big hole that somebody had purposely removed, and she said they did that because they were growing succulents in there and they needed the airflow. But I wasn't interested in the apothecary jars for succulents, and I wasn't sure how well that would resell, so I left that one. But let me show you the other 2. I'm so nervous I'm going to drop these, and this lid's going to come flying off, but you should have seen me carrying these around at the end of the day of the flea market hunting. I mean, my cart was completely full. I had to get the IKEA bag open and just really bubble wrap these for safety. But here is another one. This is like, I would say, the middle size. The other one was the shorter one. This is kind of like the mid-range one. And let me show you this humongous tall one. Here it is. Please don't drop it, Heidi. Look how big this thing is. It's huge. But wouldn't this be gorgeous with vintage glass, like shiny bright ornaments in it at Christmas? I just think it would be gorgeous. But right now for fall, you could use this all year long and just fill it with different things. I think it's beautiful. I love the size of this one. So I'm going to put all 3 of them together in the same booth. These probably will be going down to Collected Treasures first. We'll see how they do down there, and then we'll move them up to Gresham. Unless somebody is watching this right now and says, I've got to have them, take them up to Gresham. So let me know. Reach out to me through Facebook. If you're following us locally, you can follow us on Facebook and message us. See, I had a lot of heavy pieces. I mean, I have like some big pieces back there still to show you. This I thought was cute. I am hunting right now for the spring booth. I have plenty for fall and for Christmas right now. If I run across something really cool, of course we'll pick it up. But I am now on the hunt for spring. And this is a bunny plate, and it is made in Japan, so it is vintage, and it's in good condition. I thought it was a cute little plate. Did pick up the classic decor, beautiful column brass lamps. Came with the shades are in good condition. Came with the light bulb that works. I plugged them both in, they're both functioning, and they're a beautiful pair. I'm not gonna hold both of them up, but this was a good pickup. At a good price. I got a good price on these, so we'll be able to pass this on at a great price for someone else for a very classic set of candlesticks, of lamps. I really love that column design on this. I think they're beautiful. Very classic. Once in a while, I do get snookered. I got snookered on this one. Now, first of all, the guy kept saying, "Oh, it's an antique," and I said, "No, it's not an antique. I'm not even sure it's vintage, and here's why." You see that tag right there on it? I don't think it's an antique, sir. Now, it does say made in Italy. That attracted me to this case. Plus, it's a display case. They usually do well. But unfortunately, there's a couple problems with it. And I didn't discover that until after I got home. Number one, it has a big split across the top. I was really disappointed about that. The next blemish is something I could deal with, but that split, that really kind of broke my heart. There is, now I don't know where it is now. There was a chunk of wood that I saw missing out of it. Huh. Now how come I'm not seeing that now? Well, maybe I'm dreaming. Okay. Oh no, there it is, right there. It's on the base. So it's not going to be real noticeable because, you know, it's going to be sitting and you can't even tell. You know, you can't even tell when it's sitting. But I did pay a little bit for this. I had planned on charging a little bit more for it. I mean, originally, let's see, it was originally $100, marked down to $50 in the store. So I was going to go somewhere in the $30 range for this. I probably still am. We'll try it at that. I'm just a little disappointed about this. We'll see how it does. We'll see how it does. But beautiful, beautiful display cabinet though. Speaking of display, here is a great big farmhouse style. I love this metal with this handle. The handle's got wood on it. I mean, it's a contemporary piece. Probably came from Hobby Lobby or something. Actually goes like, yep, it goes like that. Okay, that's the way it goes, yep. But I got a really good price on this, so I'll be able to put it in the booth at a great price. And believe it or not, some farmhouse decor is still selling. I thought it had probably gone out, but there does seem to be still some interest in it. So we will put some in. We don't overpower our booth with it, but we will put some farmhouse decor in our booth. This goes along with the farmhouse look, but at this time of year, this is perfect for fall. You know, you put your mums in this, you put your pumpkins in this, you put it on your front porch with your welcome sign, and you know, there's just so many uses that you can get out of this. And I do believe this was actually, this is not a repop. It does have some lettering on the bottom. I do believe this is actually the real deal. So whenever we can find one that does not appear to be a repop, it actually appears to be authentic, I really like that. Okay, this piece is quite heavy. It was one of the first pieces I picked up. I showed it in the video, the Croc. This is a different colored Croc. It's like a cream color, not like that sandstone color. It's just got a different look to it. It does seem to have like a high gloss on it. I like the line, you know, the piping on it. The interior needs a little cleaning in the bottom. I've already cleaned some of it out because it was pretty dirty. Now it does have some marking on the bottom. I'm gonna try to flip it over. I don't know. Let's see if we can get it up here for you. Here we go. Right there. It's upside down. It says property of LAF Nut House. Now I don't know if that stood for Lafayette. I got to do a little more research on that. But I think I got it at a decent price. I did pay $20 for it. I probably will put this in the $45 range. It is a large Croc. And, you know, this would be great to put a Christmas tree in. This would be great. Or again, anything on your front porch with beautiful, I actually have some in the booth right now, some beautiful twigs coming out of it. You could just make a beautiful, beautiful piece with this. Or some people just like to put their blankets in them. I actually have a big one that I use as my dirty laundry bin. So just, they have all kinds of uses. Never can go wrong with a good Croc. I picked this up at the flea market, but I'm going to throw it in there because it kind of has that farmhouse look, or it could even be bohemian or just cottagey. But I really liked it. Originally, this was probably, again, the Hobby Lobby piece. It was $24 originally. Yeah, it says Hobby Lobby on it right there. So we know it was probably only 12 something originally. But I got it for a good price, and I thought for this time of year, it would be a great basket for somebody to use. You know, you could even use something like this right on your door. Instead of hanging a wreath, you could hang this and then fill this full of florals and everything. And just, I've seen people use baskets on their door instead of wreaths, and I think that's such a cool idea. Okay, think this is the last piece, and I did pay up a little bit for this, but I did that because every single time I buy a vintage camera and put it in the booth, it goes very quickly. I don't know if there is a specific collector that's coming in, because I usually just put them in Antiques at Gresham Lake. So I don't know if there's a specific collector that comes in there. I can't get this flipped around, but this one came with the entire case. Now it does have that antique odor. I can't tolerate it. Steve can't tolerate that antique odor. Some people could care less, and maybe someone knows how to get rid of it. But it does have a little bit of antique, what I call antique odor. It's probably like a musty smell, and I don't tolerate that very well, so I've been keeping it closed up. But this is the camera. Now we just recently had one of these that we put in the booth that sold right away within the first week of it being in the booth. And it was brown. It had a nice look to it. This pops out, and then this little thing pops down so it stands up for display. And you've got the back. Now the reason I went with this one, and I did pay a little bit for it, because I knew it would sell, even if it does have a little bit of odor. I don't know, maybe there's some way I can get rid of that. But it had like the case, and it had several other things. So let me show you some of the other things that came with it. Just some little things. Like this is a little black case. I can't get the lid to go on it very well, but it does say, I think that says Polaroid on it. Yeah, right there, it says Polaroid. So just some extra little pieces that were with it that I think just gave it a little more value. This is a Polaroid orange filter. The little filter is in there. So I think maybe the extra little pieces might help. And it comes with like the little pamphlet that comes with it. Might help sell it and, you know, overcome that antique odor. We'll see. I may have made a mistake. We'll see. Comes with the flash. A lot of times you don't have the flash. I have hardly ever have the flash. Now there's no flash bulb in there, but you've got the flash lens. It does come with a key to the case. There's some extra hardware pieces that somehow probably mount to the camera. Let's see, we've got some ephemera like color photographs, please don't bend. This is where you would mail off your pictures to have them developed. Let's see, looks like we have, ooh, I don't know. Looks like it maybe was a picture. We'll probably just throw that away. And let's see, some more for locking cutter bar cameras. Oh, maybe that bar's, I don't know. Just some more instructions and ephemera. Again, how to use some more of this. And then a whole bunch of those, I think. Are they all? Oh no, these are postcarders. So you could like take a picture and turn it into a postcard. And the pieces are in there. You know, like the postcards are in there. So somebody could actually use their camera, take a picture, turn it into a postcard. Your camera must be registered. Some more ephemera pamphlet pieces that came with the camera. Oh, it actually has a serial number. There's the serial number right there. So just that extra stuff, I thought, you know, for the camera collector, the people that are collecting these cameras, that has some extra value, and that's why I went ahead with it. I did pay $10 for it. We typically sell these cameras for about $25. I probably will keep it right at that point because the odor, you know, that really bothers me. I don't like putting that kind of odor in our booth either and having it kind of go throughout the mall. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe some way I can air it out somehow. And I'm hoping maybe it's coming from the case itself, the leather case, rather than the camera. If it's coming from the case, I might be able to, you know, do some type of cleaning on the case and really help remove that odor. So we'll see how it goes. I almost forgot to show you the best find of the day. I told you there was the best find of the day, and Steve was the one that actually found it, was this great crewel piece or embroidery piece. And I just think it has everything going for it. It is stained. It does have some like brown staining, so Dell has given me a good suggestion on how to clean it, and I'm going to do that step by step, just like suggested. But I think this just has everything going for it, right down to the granny square quilt, the rocking chair. It looks like maybe a bamboo plant, the kitty cat on the rug, the basket full of yarn, and then there's the fire with the hearth and the cast iron pot cooking something, and I just think it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. So this would be my favorite find the day we went to the flea market. I believe that's everything. I think we've gone through it. So I'm glad I've got this video done, because I do want to put a lot of these items, actually probably all of them, in the booths this weekend and see how they do. I do want to share with you guys, I hate doing this because it almost sounds like I'm tooting my horn, but I do want to share with you, I mean, we should share in our joys, right? We actually were top seller again at Collected Treasures, so I'm very thankful. If you are watching this video and you shop with us at Collected Treasures, thank you so much for supporting us. We love what we do. We love bringing great things to everybody, and we're just going to keep on doing it. We're just going to keep on doing what we love to do. And we hope that you continue to join us. If you love this type of content, share it with your friends, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, give us feedback, comment on our videos. We love to hear what you have to say. Share your knowledge with us. We all learn together. So everybody have a great week. It is, let's see, the week's almost, it's, you know, the holiday week kind of gets messed up. It's actually Wednesday already. So we're already into the middle of the week, actually. But the weather's beautiful down here in North Carolina right now. Oh my gosh, could sleep with the windows open last night. Finally, that was awesome. Got a great night's sleep because of it. I love listening to the peepers. And I am just rambling. Well, anyway, everybody, have a great rest of your week, and we will probably see you at some point this weekend.